Hi, AOnorato. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Jessica Statler. It's nice to meet you too.
It's nice to meet you in person and not just over the phone.
Yeah.
So again, I am a senior brand representative for Land's End, specifically in their women's swimwear assortment. I understand that you are the senior buyer for Macy's women's swimwear.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, perfect. So, how are you doing? How's your week been so far?
It's good. I'm excited. This weekend I get to go visit some of my college friends in Chicago who I haven't seen in a while.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun. How many people are you going with?
There's going to be 5 of us. So.
Oh my gosh, did you live with them in college and all that?
Yeah, we were roommates and lived in the dorms and apartments, so it'll be fun to see them again.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure. How long ago did you graduate?
4 years ago now, so getting kind of out of the college routine and into the real world.
Yeah, no, it's nice to be able to have like a reunion like that. That's so fun. Do you guys have any plans when you're in the city?
No, I think we're just gonna get brunch and kind of explore and be tourists for the day. So.
Yeah, gonna go shopping?
Yes, of course.
That's so funny. Yeah, I haven't been to Chicago in a while, but I feel like it's a place that you can just keep going back to and you always find something new to see or new to do.
Yeah, it's definitely a busy city that has a lot of fun opportunities, I feel like.
Yeah. Are you going to go to the Macy's there?
Oh, of course.
Gotta go see it. I'm sure it's huge.
It's fun to see all the different stores throughout the country in comparison to the ones here in Cincinnati.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. So, do you get to see those girls often, or is it kind of like a once-a-year type of trip?
We try to see each other at least once a year.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm so close with some of my roommates from college, and it's definitely fun to be able to go see them, especially after you go like your separate ways.
Yeah, it's hard to not live with them anymore and then being all across the country.
I know, right? I remember the transition from like living in a college house to like living in my own apartment, and I was like, where's everyone?
Yeah.
But that was a few years ago. Well, that's so fun you're going to Chicago. Are you going for like a long weekend, or are you?
Yeah, exactly.
That's so fun. So like right after this, you're just getting on a plane and going?
Yep, gonna go home, grab my suitcase, and go.
You already all packed and everything?
Yep.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm sure it was like such a long week having that in the back of your mind that you're going.
It helped me get through this week though. So.
That's true. A little reward at the end of the week. That's so fun. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today. I know your time is valuable and important. So the last time we spoke, you had mentioned that you had about 30 minutes to spend with me today. Are we still okay on time?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, perfect. And then I'd love to ask you some questions about Macy's and the women's swimwear assortment and just the operation of everything. So do you mind if I take some notes while I'm doing that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So the purpose of today's meeting is really for me to get a chance to understand your needs as a buyer and kind of show you how Land's End Women's Swim can kind of add value to your company and support your needs and complement your current swim assortment. So first of all, how are things going at Macy's as a whole this year?
Yeah, Macy's is doing great. We just wrapped up this past fiscal year with an increase from the past several years, so it's great to see.
Always good to hear.
Yeah.
Always good to hear. So how are things going specifically in the women's swimwear department?
So I will say since it was winter, things were a little slower, but now that spring break and summer is coming up, we're definitely starting to see an increase again in swimwear.
Yeah, I'm sure you're getting ready for the big spring and summer months.
Yeah, all our displays are turning into swimwear instead of winter coats.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a nice change of pace. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. So getting ready for the big spring, summer, heavy swimwear season, what are the biggest trends that you're trying to capitalize on in the market that you see within your target market of Macy's shoppers?
Yeah, I would say definitely being comfortable and confident in bathing suits is a trend now. A lot of companies are growing towards more realistic approaches to swimsuits and making women feel comfortable, especially in their swimsuits, and it's something that should also be functional and work well with their lifestyle.
Yeah, I can imagine that shopping for a swimsuit is a bit more difficult than shopping for a winter coat.
Yeah, it's definitely more personal, and people definitely take it more personally than they would if they were just trying on winter coats.
Yeah, I can totally get that. Even like growing older, when I was shopping for spring break in college for a swimsuit, I was like, oh, let me just throw this on. Where now I'm like, I can't really wear that anymore. So I totally get that. So again, going into the bigger months of swimwear, kind of ramping up for preparing for those sales and get everything in line. What can you identify within your women's swimwear assortment that is an opportunity for growth?
I think we definitely are looking for lines that are unique to Macy's and that women would definitely want to come into the store and try on, and it's not just something that they can find at any other store, and it's something that they are choosing to feel comfortable and confident in and get that practicality out of as well.
Okay, awesome. So the brands that you do have currently in your swim assortment, how do you evaluate which brands you want to add, which brands you want to keep, or along those lines?
Yeah, well, being Macy's, we definitely want good quality brands, but also at good affordable prices. So we do have a range of some higher end brands, but as well as more moderate price brands, and we just want to make sure that they are good quality and that they're what our customer is looking for.
Okay, yeah, totally makes sense. So do you see a lot of customers leaning towards the higher end products or more the lower end products, or is it kind of like a good mix in between?
I would say it's a mix. I would say for women especially, it's more about the ones that they feel comfortable in and that are more customized to like the women's different variety of body types.
Okay. Yeah, no one is made the same.
Yes.
So your swimsuit's got to represent that. Okay. So when you incorporate a new line into your swim assortment, kind of what does that look like? Do you roll it out on a national level, or do you kind of stick to more like of a test market in a geographical location? What does that kind of look like?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would say we typically tend to do more test locations and see how well those customers respond to it, and we even try different like marketing campaigns and some A/B testing to see if different displays work as well, and then we go from there and we try to make it more of a national campaign.
Okay, so then analyzing those test markets and how a line does, kind of what are your measures of success for if that brand was successful, if you want to continue that and roll it out, or if you kind of just like, okay, we tried it, we won't continue with it?
Yeah, so we definitely monitor sales that we've had. If we've invested a lot of money into it, we'll look at ROI and see if we did marketing campaigns, if those had any influence on people coming into the store as well. We also compare it to online sales if we do put it online in comparison to in-store sales.
Okay. Awesome. That's great to hear. So earlier you mentioned that a lot of women come into Macy's to shop for swimwear that's going to make them comfortable and confident in a swimsuit, because honestly you're walking around in minimal clothing. So what kind of suits do you see are most successful in terms of what your customers are buying, what they're liking, what they're not returning, along those lines?
I would say one pieces have definitely made a comeback. A lot of people like the full coverage idea of them, but some also tend to have cutouts, so they're getting more fashionable as well than the traditional swimmer one piece. Additionally, two pieces that allow customers to buy different size tops and bottoms so they can personalize it more to the fit that they need in their sizes.
Okay. Yeah, that's super important. I know my top does not match my bottom, so I can't buy swimwear when they sell them as a set, because then I have to buy two, and that's just a big old waste. So kind of looking at how customers shop swimwear, can you think of anything that makes people hesitant towards buying certain swim pieces, like why they're not buying certain items over others?
I would say quality is a big one, and price. So if they want to splurge on a nice swimsuit that is very good quality, they are going to have a different mindset that they're coming in and they're going on spring break and they want a cheaper bathing suit that's just going to last them a couple uses.
Okay.
Additionally, I would say kind of how functional it is as well. So if it's a mother, she's going to want something that she can run around and chase the children in versus a teenager doesn't need the same support or coverage.
Okay.
So those are kind of the big areas that we're seeing.
Gotcha. Good to know. So lastly, just to wrap up, if I were fortunate enough to win your business, how can I make your life easier?
Yeah, I would say by bringing us a product that is unique and that we can say is only sold at Macy's would be great. And additionally, giving us a variety of options, not just one swimsuit, hopefully different sizes and different patterns as well as different styles and cuts that can help meet a variety of women's needs.
Okay, awesome. So let me take a few seconds to kind of summarize what we've talked about. So currently you're getting ready for the big spring-summer season of swimwear that we all look forward to every year. In the market, you're seeing that people really want to buy swimwear that makes them feel confident and comfortable in their body and their skin, that has functionality to make them feel better and live their life. You're looking for something that's unique to Macy's and that people can go into the store and actually try on, because that's how people buy swimwear. You're looking for a brand that is at affordable prices but also has a high amount of quality and won't fall apart after a few uses. You measure success from net sales, ROI, and comparing online sales to in-store sales. And you've seen that one pieces are definitely making a comeback, which I've also seen, so that's nice to hear. And you mentioned that sometimes your customers are hesitant based on the quality of a suit and the price of the suit, so we definitely want to hone in on that. So great. So thank you for giving me some time today and the opportunity to learn more about your needs and Macy's needs as a whole. So now I want to take all this information back to my team in Cincinnati and create a custom presentation for you to really go over how we can fit into your swim assortment. So would the same time next week from now be good?
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay, perfect. And I'll make sure to bring in some samples so that you can really get a hands-on feel of that quality. So, all right, I'm looking forward to next week. Thank you so much again for your time.
Of course, it was great meeting you.
So nice to meet you. Hi, Jessica. Nice to see you again.
Hi, it's great seeing you too.
How was your weekend in Chicago?
It was great. I love seeing all my college friends again.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's so much fun. Did you go to nice restaurants and go shopping?
Yeah, we went to the Magnificent Mile and we got to see the bean and everything, so it was a lot of fun.
Awesome. That sounds like so much fun. I can't wait to get back there soon. Okay, so before we get started, I'm just going to recap some of the points that we talked about last meeting, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay, so as you're gearing up for the spring-summer season of swimwear, swim season's about to boom. So you're seeing a lot of trends of women wanting to buy a swimsuit that makes them feel comfortable and confident, has functionality for them to be able to live their life just in a swimsuit. And you're looking for a variety of options for your customer in terms of shapes and styles and colors and sizes. You're also looking for products that will be unique to Macy's, that won't be sold anywhere else, and that can eventually be tested in a test market. And then you mentioned that one pieces have made a comeback, which is exciting to see because we have a lot of fun ones. And that success in swimwear, you've seen success in swimwear, again, that makes people feel confident and comfortable. However, some brands that do offer the best in that kind of style are a bit pricey for your customers. Mm-hmm. So, as I promised last time, I did bring some samples of some Land's End swimwear with me today. So the first one I bought is a one piece. If you kind of look at it. So Land's End, I think, would be a great addition to the Macy's swim assortment because, like we mentioned and talked about, you're really looking for those suits that are going to naturally kind of make a woman feel confident, enhance her natural body, make her feel comfortable. And so we actually have a bunch of different what we call swim solutions incorporated into our swimwear. So, for example, in this one piece, You can see that it has the tightening around the bottom, so it has tummy control to kind of suck you in. It has support up on the bust to give you a little lift if that's what you're looking for. It has a little boy shorts on the bottom to kind of conceal whatever you want to conceal down there. What else is there? We also have some bikinis to show you. Here's the top, and then here's a bottom. And our suits come in all different colors and patterns and sizes, and we have swim solutions for tummy control, full body slimming in different problem areas. You can minimize or enhance your bust, create curves wherever you want them. We have a lot of styles that are great for maternity use, and then we also specialize in mastectomy suits. So people who have suffered from breast cancer can find a solution within Land's End Swim, which I think is awesome.
That is great to hear.
Yeah, so how does that sound?
Yeah, you hit all the points with all the major needs that I'm looking for.
Great, awesome. So I know that you're also looking for products that are going to be specific to Macy's, so you have that little competitive advantage against other department stores. So I'm sure you're aware that Land's End has previously had a relationship with Sears.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that we've done before, so we know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Sears hasn't really made it, while in the years that it was good, we did see a lot of success for both us and for Sears.
Mm-hmm.
The exclusivity of our loyal customers, our customers are so loyal when it comes to Land's End Swim. They really know what they're getting when they come to us. But just having that place to go and try things on.
Mm-hmm.
So we believe that this will drive more customers to your store because, again, we do have very loyal customers who know our quality, who know what they're getting, and they love our swimsuits. You also mentioned how one pieces have made a comeback, and so we're actually launching a brand new line of specific one pieces, and they're called the Slender Suits. And so it's really for that mom who wants to look good, feel good in a bathing suit, but also be able to chase those kids around the beach or the pool or wherever they are. And that would be sold exclusively at Macy's to your customers. So we think that would be great for them. And then coming back to the issue about price, like we know that you do have competitive brands that are selling these types of suits but at a much higher price. I was doing some digging and I noticed that the average cost of a suit with these different tummy control, bust enhancing, slender, body slimming suits ranges about $150. Our one pieces average between $60 and $80. So we think that the combination of all of these will kind of increase sales for Macy's Swimmer because people will buy more than one because they can afford to buy more than one. Yeah. So how does all that sound?
Oh, that sounds great. You're delivering a great product at half the cost of some of the competitors, so sounds great to me.
Do you have any questions before we get started?
No, I'm ready to go.
Okay, awesome. So I will give you all of my materials, and I'm excited to work with you.
Great. Me too.
All right, perfect. Thanks for your time again.
Yeah, thanks for coming in again.